Week 2 is in the books, and another W. Now, was the performance up to par with that dub? We're gonna discuss that and a couple things more coming right out.
Renegade.
Hey guys, my name is Sunny. Welcome to szg.sports. If this is your first time in this channel and you love some Ravens content, please don't forget to subscribe and to hit the notification button so you can stay up to date every time I upload. Also, Mondays we do live stream and I get phone calls for you guys to just vent and give me your opinions. I love to hear from you guys. Anyway, game was awesome. I was there. The bank was rocking. It was just awesome. It was rocking. But anyway, this is my love and hate video. There's a lot of good things about this game. Again, when you take a W, you, for the most part, have more things that you love that you hate it. But we have to be sincere. There was a couple of things that I was like, damn, what happened here? And we're gonna discuss it. I like to start with a positive note. What I love, Hollywood Brown, second game in a row, balled. The guy balled, and then most of this explosion offensively was early in the game and the catch to seal the game. Eight receptions, 86 yards. In the first series, they fed him, and he and Lamar produced that touchdown to Mandrews, where the defense is overly conservative. Hollywood, Lamar looks, he fakes the throw, that's like a bubble screen, and then Mandrews just had a clean release, easy target, easy completion, touchdown. Talking about Mandrews, another guy that I love this week. 8 catches, 112 yards, another 100 plus reception game, and a touchdown. Mandrews looks like a man among boys, dude. I love the dude. He's a bully. He plays hard. Obviously, Lamar's favorite target with Hollywood. Both of them had the same amount of receptions in week 1 and week 2, meaning they were the top targeted players or top catch players both weeks. The Ravens D-line, when you allow only 20 yards rushing in the whole game, that's pretty spectacular. Talking about, they had Johnson and they had Kyle Murray, two guys. Well, Kyle Murray is a running quarterback, and then Johnson has been a hell of a running back in the past couple of years, and they just suffocated. They make sure nobody was able to run, so they did a really, really good job against the run. Not only that, let me also give props to my inside linebackers. They were flying all over the place. I saw Bohr making plays. I saw Young making plays. I saw Pina making plays. Second, we said in my preview game, make sure Johnson doesn't go off. Week 1, they targeted a lot. He was one of the leading receivers. He was also good on the rushing attack. Well, he didn't rush for much, and he couldn't catch many. I think he was maybe caught 1 for 0 yards. The linebackers did a good job making sure, and the game plan on the rushing and against Johnson was really, really good, that he was a non-factor for this game. I know he had the 1 touchdown, but still. Defense in the red zone, other than, again, the 1 touchdown, which when you're first and goal in the 1 is kind of hard, but the defense overall in the red zone, they bended a lot, they didn't break. Like that performance, they were good in the red zone again. You saw that Kyle Murray, once he went to the red zone, he didn't know where to go. They were confusing him. He threw the ball away a lot. Offensive line, Lamar was pretty clean. He was really, really clean. So he hiked the ball, and he had time for, set up look at his progressions, see if there's a throw lane, or if there's a lane for him to run, if there's a throw. So I thought the O-line gave him time. I will give him props. Again, they only allowed 2 sacks, but they had 2 really good rushers in that defense. So I was happy how that O-line looked. Again, I was in the game, and I was like, damn, Lamar had time. He has time to watch his progression. He's looking good. He's going through, and when he didn't find anybody open, he ran. So another thing on the defensive side, pressure on the QB. So they were on Kyle Murray all game long. They were pressuring. That made Kyle Murray, try to rush the throws. He threw a couple, up for grabs, which we didn't grab, which was pissed me off a couple times. But for the most part, the defense were putting pressure. So back-to-back games with a lot of pressure put into the quarterback. We need to finish more. We need to get one or two more sacks per game because we're getting there. Just finishing it. We need to finish those plays. And last but not least, Jay Tucker. Justin Tucker. I mean, do I have to say any more? Anything else? Justin Tucker. Second part of this video I'm gonna do with the headphone because I don't know why I had the headphone. I think I was editing something. Anyway, now let's talk about what I hated. The refs. Let me start with why did we decide NFL? I'm talking to you, NFL. Why did you decide, oh, let's challenge PIs if you're not gonna call one that it was just a clear, cut and clear? The ball was thrown. The guy jumped over his back before the ball got to the receiver. This wasn't that difficult. This wasn't that difficult. It was a clear PI. It would have been huge for us to get that call. So we didn't. So again, NFL, I would love to hear what in the world is a challengeable PI? Because I'm assuming if they look at this, they're probably gonna say like, well, this was a PI, but we don't want this PI. So what PIs do you want to be called or challenged? Because it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. So this I hate it. This game came out to 4 misassignment, blown coverage, whatever you want to call it. Couple to Larry Fitzgerald, couple to Christian Kirk. And I said it before the pregame. You have to watch Kirk. Kirk is their deep guy. You need to make sure he doesn't have clean releases. You need to make sure you have a safety over the top. Kirk had to field it on Averett, on Carr also. It was bad. The blown assignments were bad. So it's funny because when we were playing man, twice the ball got deep to the receiver, and the corners couldn't find the ball. They should have batted the ball, could have picked them, but at least batted the ball down. When we play zone, that's when you saw a guy wide open. So again, this team looks very, very confused, and it's a concern of mine playing zone coverage. When they're playing man, they're actually decent. They're sticking with the man. They're not always making the play, but at least they're there. Versus on zone, it was just bad. It was just bad. I would love, and I haven't watched the coaches tape because I want to see exactly where was this, who exactly blew that play or blown the coverage. But most of the time, the ones that were wide open looked like the defense was in zone coverage, and the guy just kept moving through the zone, and then he kept going deeper and deeper, and then he fouled, on that corner right. I feel like the corner right was the place to live. Anyway, they need to clean that up because next week we're gonna go against Patty Mahomes, and Mahomes will exploit that. So the other thing I didn't like much was the rushing attack. LJ had a great day on the rushing side, but we're talking about Ingram, we're talking about Justice Hill. They had a decent game, nothing great. You want more than that. Again, the team rushed for almost 200 yards, but Lamar had 100. So the other thing, as I mentioned also before, Kirk had a day. Didn't like that. I predicted before the game that Kirk was a guy to watch, but I was hoping he didn't have this big of a game. So I was disappointed to see that we allow him to have that big of a game. Also, we come on in the third quarter. The offense sustained the ball for like 8 or 9 minutes, right? And you're like, man, the defense is rested. They're coming to ball. Bang, bang, bang. 3 plays later, they're there. First and goal. What's wrong? How can you be so rested and then almost look lazy? Literally, it was easy completions. I was not a fan of that drive on the defensive side. After that, they just, they made sure they clean a lot of stuff up. So I was happy after that, but in that third quarter, early in that third, boom, 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 wasn't very happy about that. Okay, so that's mainly what I hated. So I said what I love, I said what I hated. Where's Lamar? Well, Lamar is getting his own little spot right now. So Lamar Jackson, 16 carries, 120 yards. That's a lot of carries. Also threw for 272 with 2 touchdowns. So that's good. 272, that's the yardage that I would like for him to stay at. Obviously, if he can go 300 plus, even better. 2 touchdowns, that's great. We won the time of possession by a mile. But we left a lot of points. I mean, Andrews was running open a lot of times and he was overthrowing him. So he overthrew, I feel like he overthrew Andrews at least 3 times, Hollywood once or twice. The ball on Boykins, it was Boykins' bad. For some reason, Boykins was running like what it looked to me a drag route. But I guess he thought he was supposed to stop, and Lamar was thinking he was going to continue again as a drag route. So Lamar threw him, in stride, looking for Boykins to grab and keep going, and Boykins stopped. So I'm not putting that on Lamar, but a lot of these throws got off him. There was a lot of guys open, and he looked frustrated. And I think I heard him saying that, he was frustrated because he left points on the board, and I agree completely. There was at least 2 or 3 more scoring drives that got left in the field because those overthrows. Hey, this is not hating on Lamar. This is me saying, like, let's clean the stuff up. Again, he still looked way better than last year. So Arizona started, let's box him, right? They just put a bunch of people in the box. And then you start seeing, once we start completing to Hollywood Brown, they start putting that safety in the middle. That safety over the top. Safety over the top. That's why you need to throw the ball. And that's why, if Lamar keeps showing this progression, he's going to be able to rush for a lot of yards and still have the completion. Now, a lot of you guys had told me, like, hey, well, the question is, yes, I see he can throw deep through the middle, but can he throw it outside the hatches, on the numbers? Well, that last play to seal the deal was a beautiful pass to Hollywood and a beautiful catch from Hollywood. So, he showed it, he was good on it. I like what I saw. I like what I saw for Lamar, but also, if he would have cleaned that, if he cleans those overthrows, guys running open, and again, it wasn't throughout the whole game, but there were enough. This game wouldn't be 23-17. It would have been more to the score that I predicted, 30-something-17. So, what I'm saying with this, we need to clean some things, but let's enjoy the ride. Steelers lost, Bungles lost. Clowns probably going to win, but hopefully they lose, and we're at 2-0. First on the North, and the Steelers look with problems. YouTube, subscribe here if you loved Ravens content. Also, please follow me at IG, Facebook, Twitter at szg.sports. And don't forget, lives every Mondays at 9. And before you leave here, before you leave the platform, go check another video up here on the side. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.